Got that recording. He's all right, never mind. So basically, what I did for ChatGPT is I've got the map on it, and then every one of our heads is a little icon, and you just see it light up green when we talk. That way, people can see what's going on. And one day, when I get more abilities, but it goes back to when people are streaming in person, they're animated and jumping around and stuff. We're all at computers. I don't know, but that said, I jump around a lot, but I don't count. Um, I didn't want to do it, but I'm gonna have to break down for the art part of it, make life easier. All right, so we'll get started. Why? Why did you? A couple movies like that. Oh, good, because I had a 1980s movie in my head. Oh, why didn't you update? Steps. I'm going to go ahead and read the prompt that we ended on, and then we will go ahead and start. Um, Basically, with Grandma letting me know that Grandpa hasn't come forward. Albert Mushroomhead had started his morning as he had several occasions since his arrival at Farcove many years ago. His experience had taught him taught him how to safely navigate what would otherwise be a treacherous environment. Albert greeted the normal Orangeville denizens, all busy about their day-to-day lives. He stopped at his usual spots in the poor residential district, the street market in front of where Vizier's mansion, the vacant lot where Selosia's house once was, but now orphans have taken refuge in the house's hollowed corpse. And he visited Dorian at the server's den. Albert had finished his morning shopping and was leaving the server's den when he sensed he was in danger. He looked about but saw nothing that indicated his feeling was anything more than amused. Albert had decided to cross the farmland to enter the refuge at the old fisherman's hut when he heard the barking of dogs. As he whipped around to see the brutal canines were upon him, he found nothing. The barks and growls continued almost upon him. As he looked around, he saw open farmland with not a soul about. The dog's cacophony had grown unbearable. As Albert opened his eyes, before him was a large human with broad nose and forehead. He could have been mistaken for a man of the deserts of the south, but his skin was pure white, an albino. The man had pushed back his white hood, and with the emblem of the oracle clear on his left breast, and to either side of the man were his blink dogs, snarling and awaiting the command to end Albert's life. Cutscene. So you are all in the refuge for whatever reason. Your backstories and so forth give information as to why, and I will get more of that in later. But as the day has progressed, it is now evening, and Grandma has come to you concerned. Grandfather has not returned. I'm so worried. Would any of you that he has shown his ways be willing to go and fetch him? Please don't. He was following his normal routine as he had. He'd head to the marketplace and his normal greetings, as he has done for quite some time. As this is going on, Samuel notices a book tome has appeared. It looks like a cookbook with strange sylvan runes on it. He knows this to be the grocery list and ongoing challenge put forth by his patron. You're packing up your stuff if you described. It appeared, I'm assuming, on a bed or a surface you were packing up. I was going off your descriptor of situation. It appeared no one else saw. It's almost like your patron was reminding you very cautiously, casually. Do you read Sylvan? Oh, my children, please go and check on Grandpa. Harambe. And Grandma reaches out and pats him on his head very slowly. You've always been so good with Grandpa. Bring him back safe. Oh, thank goodness. As you do that, Grandma reaches out and pats both of your heads. You guys both have heroic inspiration. Grandma might have done it to everybody, but she's learned her ways about spores and I almost said Sir Thomas, Sir Will. Oh, thank you. She reaches out. Please accept my blessing. As she touches your hand, you have heroic inspiration. This time it seems more fitting rather than just spores being thrown in your face. Hi, Hannah. Hannah, are you observing today or are you joining us? Oh, okay. So she took off. So Hannah's microphone's not working because she took off mute, but there's no green. We all know this one. Let me make sure I didn't accidentally mute her myself. Nope. Max volume. We'll keep going. I'm sure Hannah will fill us in when she gets a chance. Let me check Facebook to see if that's where she's talking to me, which I hope doesn't change my screen, but it will. Here, watch my Facebook. Nope. Before we go to leave. Yes, child. As you pat her on the head, you can feel that the pressure of you touching her old soft cap gives way and oozes. Oh, she begins to kind of sob, and you see this bright purple green fluid start seeping out her eyes like tears. But it could very well be the pressure you placed on her very old, minded head when you squished down on it to tell her okay. All the same, she says, "Thank you, child," with tears, or perhaps we don't know, rolling from her eyes. The tears or slime are gone. The damage is still felt. There's a hand on the top of her plum. What's wrong? Okay. That's not Aramil. I know you want to call him Aramil. He's not Aramil. He's Samuel. They're still all. He only has Aramil. Yeah, yeah. Austin, you throwing in stuff or you at a party? I can hear you now, Han. Scotty, stop it. I was asking if you were joining us tonight. Uh, character. Do you have a character? I am putting the link for the table into the. Yep. So at this point, everybody's grandma has informed everyone that grandpa hasn't come home. They're level one. You all have been shown where grandpa has gone. He's been teaching you the ropes of Farcove, and now you're all talking and letting grandma know better. If you squish her head, that you'll be fine. Yeah. So are you wanting to go out the fisherman's exit or the warehouse district exit? Mhm. Of course. 1 second, my map broke again. Nothing new there. Why did you break, you piece of shit? Come on. There she is. Give me that. There's that. Well, I had done a map. Yeah, my map crashed when I loaded it, so I'm trying to get it to be proper. I technically had labeled a big full map that had things labeled, but apparently that's not going to work for us. Without other things to break it. It's like, doesn't make sense. It's frustrating and garbage. That sounds to me. Oh, come on. There goes loading. Well, that's part of the reason. Let's fix that. Da, 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 da. In the beyond. Fucking work, please. Yeah. Fucking work, please. Did anyone else see that WizKids Hasbro gave up on the entire digital D&D market? They're not even working on the table anymore. They're just going to pump out products and let other people build it. Jesus Christ! Oh, that's my map. It just so this is going to sound really messed up. I'm going to have to move my map because it's so apparently I used the same scene, so I drew on the scene to show everything is, and when I put the map back on, it's not exactly. I need to move it a little bit, and then you guys can see it. Just a little bit. Fuck it. Fuck it. Uh, what's weird is it kind of still works. We'll just go with it. On this screen, you are represented by Farcove. He is definitely not to scale in any way, shape, or fashion. He is who represents the team on the figure. This is the fisherman's dock entrance. He's representing your group because this is the entire map of the city that you guys would be aware of. Uh, you know a little bit of the rich people. You don't know any of the middle class. You don't know you've heard of the prison. Uh, yeah, the warehouse district entrance is water. It's supposed to be right here. Everything's just kind of shifted a little bit. Oops. So this is where you guys are started. As you leave, the fisherman's area that you were at to use the exit has been abandoned since the for about 2 years now, since before the big purge of undead. No one has come to this area because the lights and the stories of what's going on over on the over at the island of Towers of Souls no one has been worried about it, especially since at this point in time, Orangeville has seen such success, going from old poor town to we don't look as poor, but we're still poor. From here, the question would be, would you travel down towards the warehouse district? Would you go through the religious district to the market district? Where do you think you should go to find grandpa? So, as a reminder, Grandpa, you guys would have been Grandpa's normal routine. Some of you have been training with him, Harambe and Lucian, not Lucian, Lucian, uh, Luthien, whatever, Luthien, sorry, Luffy, what? You know your way through the Laurangeville, the old poor district. You know of Gideon's libations of opulent madness with Salem and Nip and Gideon. You know that he travels over to the server's den, which is near the town hall. But in order to get to there, you can either go through the Oracle's religious area and the market district through the warehouse, or travel through the Mage College, which you're not very certain about what to expect there, through the farming district to get to server's den in the town hall. So that's, you know that everything's linked. You know that those are where Grandpa went through and his normalness, and that is where you're starting. Where do you think along there he would have got caught up or what have you? All right. There it is. What's his? All right. We get him in here. All right. Oops, wrong place. Oh, wrong one. Over here. There we go. So you all walk through Orangeville from everything. A short distance from the entrance of the. Sorry, my computer is being simple right now. As you enter Gideon's libations of opulent madness, you see that it's slow. It's just Gideon behind. Salem is in a corner, just kind of cleaning off tables and jittering around, playing with things as he goes. It is evening. Hello, friend. What can I get for you? Perhaps I could interest you in some of our fine ale. Side of what? Information is something we freely trade here. As he says that, he looks over, glances at Salem, and continues to work. He pours you a nice ale and goes, "And what information are you looking for?" After a moment, it becomes clear that Gideon recognizes when you say grandfather. Well, Grandpa came and saw us today. Not too long ago, maybe 3, 4 hours. Having heard this, Salem swoops in. Salem is a tiny, 2 foot tall Ferathian, very similar to a kobold, but furry and almost rodent like. What's wrong with Grandpa? Grandpa was just here. I remember I had to go ahead and help him. I had to fix his arm. His arm. Oh my, oh my. He hasn't come home. He hasn't come home. Well, what you do? Oh no, Grandpa. One moment, one moment. Excuse me, Salem dashes away and comes back. I'm worried. I'm worried. Recently, the oracles have made a move to purge. To purge! They're trying to get rid of us again. Rid of us. I feared that they may have brought in a monster hunter. The oracles believe it's the way of being right, of being right. It's not. Grandpa's such a good man, such a good man. Just like you. Salem looks over at the homeless drow. The irony, the irony of the drow being considered a good boy. Perhaps you could check and see if more people know about this. I've only heard about the monster hunter recently, but I have noticed that many of our brethren have gone missing. I know nothing of detail, only that rumor has it that the purge squad was calling in reinforcements. Reinforcements. You notice that Salem starts mumbling to himself. They're supposed to be stopped. There was no more. We've changed. We've changed. There's no more killing people. We were better now. Lazarus said. Lazarus said. So he just keeps mumbling and denial about what he has told you versus what he believes. Gotcha. Yes, sir. No information. No information about the hunter. But I knew know who would have more information. Grandpa left here and headed to Dorian. Dorian. Head to the Cerberus then. Maybe there'll be more information there. How much for what beef today? Salem looks around. No, Bill. No, Bill. Go, go. Find Grandpa. As you wander the tables, uh, Gideon looks at you strangely as there's been no patrons and there's nothing on the bar. So you're just literally walking around an empty tavern, picking up things and trying to see if you get anything out of them. Huh, they taste great. Do you want to head? There are two ways to the Cerberus Den that you guys are deciding where you want to go. You can either head directly to the west through the farmland, or head to the south and then follow the market district over to the warehouse district to Cerberus Den. You would know that. So you would know that the farming district has less people. The southern route would be hiding in the crowds. It is late evening, if that helps you with decision making. Sir Will, roll me a history check. Sir Will agrees with Lucian, but wants to remind him that you'll be going directly through the Oracle's territory of Mount Olympus to get to the market district. Both ways are risky. Harambe, Harambe, roll for Constitution saving throw. Lucian realizes the countdown has begun. He heard the first rumbles of your belly. A strong breeze from the west brings wafting fresh produce smells from the farming district. Hmm. Sir Will, which direction are you wanting them to go? South or west? Yeah. Which one would you believe? Well, the farming district to go to the town square to Cerberus Den, or I guess I'll just get rid of the fog because there's no reason at this point. Yeah, Mount Olympus, which is where the Oracle is, the Oracle's headquarters, essentially. It's the religious district. So one is you guys stand out, as Lucian had said, walking through the farming district in late evening. The other one is you're a bunch of unsavories walking through the people that have hired potentially a monster hunter to wipe you all out. Neither of them sound really good. The power of the line of Sir Wills. Nope. They allow gnomes and dwarves. All right. We don't talk. We don't talk about the tribe. All right. Harambe, roll for stealth. You don't need the stealth. This is more of a character play for Harambe. No, you've all. I've got what I need. So as you walk through Mount Olympus, Harambe, with belly still grumbling, managed to look like a well-mannered pet. You may have gotten a few looks or side eyes on the way through, but you made it through Mount Olympus and into the market district with no issue. It wasn't until the warehouse district that you ran into your first contact. On a side note, the warehouse district is also where the other entrance is. You could have taken this entrance, and you would have already been worried. What did I do over there? Yeah. I don't even have a mic, so that's where I don't know what that is. That might be Kaylee and Braun because they're in the same room even with cell phones, and they might be looking at each other and getting that now and again. I get feedback from a television. We've got a weird little wall. It's a feedback hum. It's assumed that it's me because I'm feedback, but it's not this time. The sun has set, and you have decided, for the sake of the ease of my maps, to go, oh, silly me, we could have come over here and started. You notice some order guards picking on a child. It's a human child. These are human guards. It's a blonde, blue-eyed little girl. Lower class. They. It's a pretty light blue dress, or was, but it's been ragged and ripped. It looks older, but you can't tell if the damage done by the on the dress was done recently by the guards or was just an old dress in the red fishy was before. Situation in and of itself does not look good. Around that. As you get closer, you can hear the scream. Stop! Don't touch me! There are four guards and one little girl. Four guards, one little girl. You don't see anyone else around. The sun has set, so it is getting to be late evening. There are shadows being thrown, and there's not a lot of people around. In terms of what you're thinking, yes, but in terms of that poor little girl, also no witnesses. They're pulling out her clothes. She looks to be about maybe 10 or 11 years old. Uh, the body language of the guards leads you to believe they have ill intentions. And you did hear an older looking one, while licking his lips, say something along the lines of, "You remind me of my daughter." I apologize. I am rolling real dice in front of me because my computer will explode if I try to roll otherwise. They don't seem to have noticed your first address, Sir Will. They seem very interested in their prey, or the individual in front of them. They go ahead. You can cast charm person on one of them. Are you getting closer to do that, or are you just sitting back here casting? I got you. I'm just getting. I wanted to know if you were doing it as part of the role play and charming him to create this, or if you're doing it from a distance. Because charm from a distance does nothing to help Sir Will. If you're not engaged or your friend, so I didn't know what you were doing. He's spoiled with a new spell slot. The guards. Gotcha. That's a wisdom saving throw. He has got an 11. The one that you're casting command on is the one that's aggressive. 9. The charm fails, the command succeeds. What's the command, Sir Will? Grovel? Got it. Do-do-do. For lack of a different term, we will do paralyzed. It's the exact same thing. All right. The one begins groveling before you. The words of apology do not leave his mouth, but his body language indicates he's definitely apologetic in form. The charm did not work, but the individual didn't seem to know. The one thing that is known is all four guards are very upset that such a loud tone was directed at them. Listen here, boy. I suggest you turn around and leave. You must not be from around here. As they looked at you and the quote unquote child, I see nothing but a beautiful young woman here. But I do notice that you surround yourselves with scum, pointing at the drow next to you. That in and of itself is an affront. Lucian, are you screaming that across from the dock? Oh, dear God, I make Harambe like 2 foot tall. I'm going to assume that I've moved organically. Ragnar has just been in his own world, wandering around. Seems to be wanting to be a part of it, but just not really there. And you feel that there's an invisible rogue that may or may not exist that has been watching from the shadows. You have a guard cheer, I would say, pep up. What was that elf? The lack of respect for the order of ages is disgusting. Perhaps it's time for us to show this young lady what proper soldiers do. You notice that all four, or three of the soldiers and one groveling is still groveling, but three of the guards ready their weapons. When Harambe, when Lucian lets go of you, what do you do? Okay, let me help you on this one because if I'm reading this right, she let go, or excuse me, he let go of the leash. You decided to rage, and you are charging at them to attack. Are you charging the one that's groveling, or are you charging one of the ones with weapon drawn? The one nearest to you happens to be groveling. Okay. If you're not mid maxing, groveling would have given you advantage. Monkeys paying attention to the love of school. All right, level one attack guard. What are you doing? It misses. It misses. All the guards get angry as the ape comes down. Roll for initiative. Roll with dude. D&D Beyond is never friendly. Just roll with your dice, your real dice. Most of the time they're friendlier. I know my warlock dice for Fearing are great. I will. We will bring out real dice for you next week. I suggest that, and I'll post it on on our pages and stuff. I always suggest just using your real dice. First off, the only time that I like using D&D Beyond, if I roll a nat 20 twice in a row in one day, use D&D Beyond all day. 30, 20. D&D Beyond is D&D. Sir Will, did you roll with dice or did you use the evil thing? You want to use your regular dice? I know you're only level one. We got a little while before you become real, but that's frustrating. You can rage, you just don't get any bonus stuff. It just tell me you're enraged as a big ape. On that note, that means Luthien starts us. It has been, I don't know if I've ever played with level ones. I'm actually anxious about this fight. Huh. I just started. That is absolutely bronze stuff picking up you, Kaylee. What we'll look at yours. You're getting weird feedback, kid, from your room. I don't know what's doing it. Only because I muted everybody else. That might be it. It might just be two people on the mic going crazy. What? What? On who? Thunderwave's an area effect, isn't it? But there's all right. So there's a child in the middle of them. Okay, I was like, sure, Will's right there. This is way too early to do that. End them all. Luthien's fucking harsh. Grandma taught her well. We love everyone here. Kill them all. The child should have been here. right. Miss. Oh, that's a 16. Hits. Well, he could have killed him with just the 5. The groveling guard falls dead at your feet. Sir Will noticed that he went from groveling to groveling prone. Any bonus actions or anything else? And you do have 5 more feet of movement if you want. All right, then that's Harambe. Miss. 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 Table talk. Stand ye beyond. Stand ye. Any bonus actions or anything else? That's a melee attack. And remember, that's just a range attack that we went ahead and themed for you. It doesn't change what it is. If you're done, it's the guard's turn. All right. Guard Lucy and Luthen definitely hurt his friend. All right, let me see if I can make this. I think it's gonna blow up. I think it's gonna blow up. No, no, no. Yeah, that doesn't actually impact you guys. Oh, God. Tear attack. Lucy, Lucy. Take 1 piercing damage. Oh, yeah. He attacked you with his wonderful spear. It does 1 damage. 22. I was impressed until I saw that it only does 1 damage. Yeah, well, yeah, that's. Imagine the wizard would already be unconscious. Homeless dude, you're up. Okay. You're trying to have the guards hit you with opportunity attacks.
This is her.
Yeah, but you also have the movements to be able to not provoke opportunity attack. Well, I the guard is already engaged on Luthien, and you're not engaged in the guard. Running by the guard wouldn't. You're not breaking engagement. Therefore, there's not from a logic perspective in the situation, I don't do an opportunity attack if they're fully engaged. Now, if you're in, it's a common sense. I play Gygaxian. I know it ruins the world.
I like stories.
Go. The answer to that would be strength. You guys would fight each other trying to pull at the little girl. Yep. Athletics. All right. So I rolled an 18. As you run by to save the little girl, you have a portion of the little girl's dress, and he is still holding on to the little girl. I will count that as movement and interact with objects. You still have an action left. Had you caught her, it'd have been a different story, but you definitely only ripped off her clothes. Yeah. No, I'm going to say this is all for how it's all fluid. We're going to say this was more cool looking than how it was described. You still got two. Good. Correct. Roll your, I want to say D6, even though we're level one. Yep. Yeah, it's a D6. I guess technically it is an advantage, but I'm having, I don't give a shit. I've chosen 2014 rules. Hits. Hits. As you hit the guard, who is that? That's Sam. I got the little girl. That's you. That's you. As you hit the guard with the Eldritch Blast, his grip on the little girl, is released. Your back is to the guard, right? Or is your back to the girl and you're looking at the guard? Please don't run away screaming. All right, so you're comforting the girl. The drow is comforting the human girl. I love it. Little girl's gonna be raped by guards, or there's a dark elf that's decided he's gonna save her. So Satan has appeared to save her. Awesome. Uh, you're done with your turn. It's now Sir Will's turn. God, what a waste. Yeah, he had one hit point left. He could have farted on him and died. Ugh. Good job, guys. Describe how you critically blasted that dude. The little girl, still in shock, looks up at the ass mirror while there's a drow staring over her. All you can hear are the cries from the little girl. She might be traumatized. You hear the screaming of the guard as he comes running and charging at Sir Will with his massive spear, realizing very quickly that there's no way around this dude can. He does 1 point of damage when he hits. These are the. As he stabs Sir Will, the not one till he stabs the ground in front of it and snaps the spear. He looks up at Sir Will, confused and scared, eyes wide open. With eyes wide open. Luthien. Luthien, you are up. The effects are great. Who the fuck is. Who is. Okay, it's not Austin. It's got to be Clay playing with pots and pans or glass or something. Oh, I love it. It sounds like you're actually role playing something. I just don't know what it is. I'm excited to see. I will say the Discord widget for OBS, they've got some cool ones. It's made it so my Discord. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That having a house, I know they used to do it with porn, but like having a camera filled with camera, a house filled with cameras and cats would be amazing. People would watch that all the time. Yeah. Uh, stuff's coming. Luthien, what you up to? You're good. It's your attack, my friend. Oh, finally. I felt that combat went pretty smooth so far. Only one melee. I mean, like, it's gone pretty fast, all things considering. Let me pull out a pure caster. Hold on. Let me check out what level spells I have. Miss. Oh, wait. That's +3, right, kiddo? So that's 18. Oh, that's a hit then. You've got a +5 to hit? Jesus. Roll crappy damage. 30-20 does hit.
Guess whose browser decided to crash?
Should be a 20, D20 for the player field.
I have D6.
D6.
I have a +20, so I got a 30-20.
I love using my warlock. Agreed. I need a bag, a huge bag. That's probably should do. earth in a house full of. We've got so much D&D shit. There's no way we don't have dice. We've got like a closet full of them downstairs. Where's my die? Where? I need my. There we go. Oh.
But yeah, my browser decided
Kaylee's
to crash.
browser crashed, so she's in here with me right now trying to get shit to work. Roll your d6.
I got 1d6 plus 3.
Plus 3. Jesus Christ.
You can look at my character
No,
stats.
you did. You built him. That's dead.
7.
Yeah, we only have 5 damage.
I stab it at the throat with the staff.
You hear his larynx collapse as he gargles on his own blood and dies. That's not nice. Harambe, you're up.
Your cabin still works, buddy.
That's that's how we roll here. Ron normally drains the blood of the innocent and slaughters them all.
I can't even pick up a guard.
I know what you're trying to do.
I,
Oh, you missed. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Uh, Homeless dude, you're up. Me either. Yeah. You're a drow, dude. That went out the window a long time ago.
Run, baby, come back.
okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll for intimidation. If you intimidate, you get advantage on the attack. So the elf that's in blackface has scared the guard. The homeless drow is scaring guards now by going boo. And he hits roll damage. Jeez. So I'm going to describe something for you, and you finish how it's described. As you charge, saying, "You will not hurt this little girl," your dark elven face pops around the corner in front of the human guard who is not ready to see such a sight. In doing so, you smell the slightest tinge of ammonia and fecal matter. He freezes in time as you stab him in the ribs. He coughs up blood. Describe how he dies. Oh, goody. Can everybody roll a perception check?
This makes me hate you a little less, Drow.
The girl, while happy to be alive, is cowering behind Sir Will as your dark complexion is still yet to bring her the understanding that you saved her.
Oh, and are all the guys dead?
We are out of combat. Yes, I definitely have someplace to go. Oh, you're pushing past all of them? Okay. Describe it and go into your exposition.
Forwards after
She's sobbing to herself, shaking, covered in blood, traumatized by black elves and rapist guards that remind them of uncles, fathers, or other abusers. This is going to sound horrible. Describe how you're cleaning this poor child's clothes for context. The girl thinks I am a member of a ship. I belong to the ship. I was sold to it. The guards, the guards told me that the ship owed money and that I was the payment. But if you take me with you, high level, you realize you're getting ready to potentially start a side quest, right? On like night one. Okay, just wanted I just realized like really hard, like you're pushing this. Your offer is great, but I can't. I belong to the ship. I am nothing. She begins to sob and drops to her knees. Every cliche known to man. Okay. She looks into your elven face. Its dominant masculine features, yet somehow gentle, thanks to being an elf. Have you seen the picture that she used for you? That is one butch elf. I'm not here to judge how you identify. That makes this a lot less awkward. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. There's still a drow holding part of her clothes in his hands as he's prestidigitating things. I'm sorry. It's just fun. I do want to be free, but I can't risk hurting anyone. You can't. They'll find me. They always find me. I will find you. The ship. The little girl becomes more and more panicked. It's like she's not even listening to you. They're gonna go. They always. She lets out a sudden scream as you can hear electricity shoot through her neck and head. She falls to the ground unconscious. You can hear in the distance footsteps clamoring as though someone or something, a number of them, are running in your towards your general direction. The little girl is unconscious. Well, there's a where everything. Hold on. Do you see what's in the warehouse? Yeah, you see that. There's a warehouse.
I hit the ground one of the evidence.
Are you aware that you're near the entrance to where you need to be? Oh, come here. You can get to the.
Okay. Are you guys willing to deal with whatever the possible kind of those you're going to do this. I'm gonna bring Harambe with me just for safety. Because I'm strict to be
Right here is actually your guys' port, secret entrance. All right, so Luthien, what are you doing? Because remember the trip back to Grandma to drop. Well, are you taking her back to Grandma? Or are you bringing Eddie? Okay, so let me help you with this. It's a secret entrance. Yes, they are. You were shown how to get back to the refuge safely. The question at this time, guys, is this. You have the little girl. You've got three dead guards and potentially a floating dead guard, depending on stuff. We didn't check it out. You hear things coming from the distance. You're trying to save a little girl. You leave her in sewers. She may or may not die. She may come back out. You don't know. You have no information. You know that you want to head towards Cerberistan and do all that, but the little girl will not allow. Do you want to split the party? Do you want to take this opportunity to go back and take the girl back to the refuge and find out more information there? Do you want to shove the little girl into a box and make everything work like you had started doing before? I will always make a multiple choice because no one has ever yelled more than a frustration at Baldur's Gate. Yes.
to find any extra information.
D&D Beyond. It's D&D. That is going to be fantastic. All right. Got that. So is everybody going back to the grandma's to regroup and come back out, or are you set splitting the party and Harambe and Luthien are going to spend about quarter of a day going back while you guys figure out what to do with the oncoming people coming towards this area? Got it.
Well, I want my group.
Hmm. Yeah, roll stealth. Okay. As everyone begins wandering into the secret entrance, you stay in the shadows, dark like your skin, in the bushes, and wait. Yeah, I was gonna let you. You were staying enough distance to watch and observe. I thought was what you were aiming. Well, you say one thing and it makes complete sense. And then you tell me weird. Like, oh, you're so logically sound. Do 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 do. It's D&D. As the group disappears in tow with the little girl in arms, you are able to watch to see who appeared. You notice two Aegis of Order guards, dressed very similar to the ones that you have just killed. With those guards, you happen to notice pirates. And one particular pirate, which you assume to be the captain due to his large hat and what he is wearing, he's a gnome. They seem upset. Give me a favor before I give you more information. Can you roll a perception check?
Efficiency. Minus one.
You hear the gnome asking, "Where's the little girl?" You see they're upset. They seem confused about what had happened to the guards. You hear one of the order guards refer to the gnome as Captain Gnomenschmuggler. At this point, Sam, roll an intelligence check and then insight. D&D, D&D Beyond. I need a new song in my head. Intelligence followed by insight. Holy shit. Just fuck, dude. You are excited to get back to tell the group what you've seen. You were not followed. But here is what you have ascertained by all the information that I have shared with you that you observed. The little girl is the captain's daughter, right? And we killed all the friends of the captain. And that daughter was just being a bad girl, and he was just being a normal. And as a drow, this all makes sense to you because this isn't abusive. This is just how parents work. So you're excited to get back and share everything that you've seen, but you're going to share with everyone that you need to take the girl back because obviously she's a bad girl and needs to go back to her parents. And have fun playing, sharing this information, and talking to the little girl inside of the refuge.
I walk into the tavern.
Oh, it's not a tavern, brother. You're going back to the refuge.
Yeah, what do we have here? Isn't it compound?
Yeah. Harambe and Luthien have a room down here in this general area, and this is the entrance that leads into the sewers. Do we have what? Do we have? Everyone looks confused at you, and they sit in the room where Grandma and Grandpa normally sit and share stories. The equivalent of a war room. Oh yeah, absolutely, because she's going to be. Sir Will already knows you're an idiot, but Luthien's going to put their 2 cents in about how stupid they really believe you are. I got my little girl token that I didn't put a picture in. Little girl. Luthien. Luthien. Around the- All right, you're back.
I have summoned the word.
All right, so Drow has shared. Okay. Well, we got 10 more minutes. We'll just roll with you guys in here then. All right. So at this point in time, you have been shared with that a Captain Nomishmagla and some other order guards were looking for the child. The homeless dude has informed you all that he believes that the little girl is the daughter of the captain because he's stupid as shit, and that you murdered the guards that were friends of her father, the captain, and that she's just being a naughty girl, and he believes you all should take her back to her father, Captain Domishmogler.
She is. Oh, okay. No, no. Okay, you drow. No, that girl was about to be taken advantage of by those guards. They are not friends. They might be friends with the captain, but that girl doesn't wear is not wearing anything pirate related. She is not dressed like a pirate. Sh there is very distinctive clothing that you would expect from the daughter of a captain, especially. And she's just wearing a normal blue dress. I'm willing to bet she was taken captive. I'm willing to bet she was taken captive by those pirates. Okay, no, I'm gonna stop you right
Roll
there.
persuasion.
God damn it. I hate you so much.
I know you do.
I hate you so much.
He keeps rolling like this. Yeah, that's the war room is where Grandma and Grandpa tell their stories.
Right? Roll your persuasion.
Roll your persuasion. That could have yeah, because it's going to dictate what she's going to do next.
So
Roll an intelligence check against it.
me?
Yeah.
Damn it. I don't know what my intelligence is off the top of my head, so I gotta open up D&D on my phone. My
3 hours. I can actually open it. It slows me down, but I can open up here. It's D&D. Yeah.
Okay, I have a yeah, I have a +2 to intelligence.
All right, roll it.
Saving throw or normal?
Normal.
Can I use my heroic inspiration?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, the exact same roll.
So Luthien takes a moment and agrees with your rationale for a second until the traumas of her life come flooding back in and brings back the reality of how dirty she feels. And so the argument continues.
Okay, I'm sorry. I almost believed you for a second, but then I remembered you're a drow. You wouldn't know jack shit when it comes to discipline. I know you live in the underground, and who knows how you guys discipline your children. I know damn well it's probably very specific based on the fact that an entire army of you guys killed my entire family. So I'm willing to bet you guys are not very good with the discipline in the terms of morality.
Let's use Elvish Wine. I love your third character. Not Kaylee. It's still pulling aspects. You're still
What else?
sound more pompous when you're doing it. You sound angry like you're an American. Sound haughty like a Brit. Like when you're arguing, you're not arguing. You're telling it a fact, and they're all stupid. You're getting lost in your anger. You're getting too American.
What is he saying?
He said facts, but ignore him. That's fine.
So, I just need to make sure everyone's aware of the fact we shouldn't. Okay, I know Drow do it differently because you guys are not okay. However, we people that have some level of respect for our children, that was not discipline for a disobedient child. That was those men trying to take advantage of a defenseless child, and I don't know if you know this, but normal pirates don't actually wear a blue dress, especially not the children of the captain. So, all of your reasoning is, how do I say this? Stupid. And, um, thank you. Oh my god, you are
Everybody roll a Constitution saving throw.
14. Oh my god, most of y'all's going to be insane with this dumbass brain. You have brains. Do drows have brains? I'm starting to feel like they are specifically else that
There's
is
Rhonda, thank you. As the fervor of Luthien ramps up, you hear Grandma. Calm, child. Relax. As Grandma says this, you notice the shimmering of spores come out, and Luthien and Harambe begin to become more calm. You watch everyone begin to come and sit around Grandma. No, these are spores, and you're not saving. This is how Grandma has raised you. This is more like her hitting reset. This is your fake shit.
Sorry, Grandma.
Sir Will, thank you for your patience. Grandpa has told me about how you detest spores without consent. I believe it best to clear up all of the confusion by simply.
Your brain is our what brain?
Grandma gestures to the child. Come, girl, sit. Tell me, tell me your story. The little girl, once terrified by a black elf that was just standing over top of her, ripping off her clothes, now sits comfortably in front of a grandmother with the imprint of a black elf's hand on her top of her head. I'm from a family that was poor. We were once from Farcove, but somehow we had got traded away. In my travels, I was given to a ship. I worked on the ship, cleaning and doing as I was told for a while. Horrible, heinous things that happened. She went through. I'm trying to speed it up, not sound too horrible, but she relived rape trauma. One day they found their use of me and found the best way. So over the course of the year, because this girl was 11, so from like 9 to 11, she was just used, abused, and mutilated. When you found me, I had been traded. I had finally gotten away. My use was gone. I was traded to Captain Nomenschmuggler. He put something in me. He told me it was for a client and that I was only as good as the merchandise I possessed. I ran from him. The guards found me, and then you found me with the guards. I know they're going to find me. I don't know what's inside of me. The girl becomes more frantic. The spores seem not to work. You watch her take a heavy breath and then faint.
What the fuck could they put in her? Did they give her drugs? Did they give the child drugs?
Go for it. You don't see anything from a medicine perspective. Does anybody want to do an Arcana check? He said fishing issue warning. Arcana check.
Oh yeah. I'm also doing an Arcana check.
Sir Will has advantage. Do a history check with advantage, Sir Will. You're going to tap into the history of the wills.
Can I do another Arcana check?
With advantage? Jesus. All right. I tried. Yeah, exactly. So at this point, due to the nature of what happened and what you've seen, you know this is really advice. Grandma informed all of you that we will take the night, and perhaps a good rest will not only allow Grandpa to return home, but allow this poor child to right herself. So that is where we will stop tonight. We can do more questions and role play inside of the chat if you guys want or anything else. I will be doing a recap to keep the story going because I know we were missing some people and some people could only like half join. Uh, Everybody that was here tonight, listening or otherwise, levels up to level 2. And it's a long rest, although I don't know if anyone other than maybe Sir Will used an actual spell slot. But it's also a long rest.
I need the health back.
We already got to the 7 side quest. It's awesome. So it looks like we were getting stuck on a side quest. That's very normal. So I'm going to be doing a recap of everything tonight, trying to make it make it easier for us to be able to come in and out when stuff comes up. But at this point in time, we came in an entrance to Farcove to go to the other entrance we could have come in to save a little girl that has something that's magical that has been placed inside of her, and she escaped from Captain Noman Schmuggler and some evil, corrupt guards. And he Sir Will did a lot of protecting tonight.
Next week, yeah.
We'll get you next. We're going to recap. I'm going to try to make this as easy as possible for people to be able to come and go. I'm trying to just do a very nice blend, as casual as possible, and have it be fun. I'm enjoying the role playing in the table has been fun. I think you're going to enjoy that one, Austin. Although I can absolutely tell I've got a fervent high schooler with me. You're very passionate. I think so. If he did, I wasn't. Let me look. I didn't see anything, but I've got a bunch of crap running. He did not message me. Nope. No, he played D&D. That's. I miss Morgan because Morgan sits and gets jealous about. I want to play in person more because then she can sit and be upset about your and Joseph's relationship. It's great. She married him, but you still are the one that has his heart. Guys, it has been fun. I want to thank you. I'm also going to see how the recording went and continue to troubleshoot technology that I think is mostly limitations on my computer at this point. Thanks again, everybody. And Hannah, I will get a recap up and I will talk to you all later. Have a great night. Hi, brother. How was that?
That was fun.
This. Oh, I got to turn off LDS. I'm still recording.